You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Once again, the Thursday edition of Impact Implosion. My name is Seth Draken, and as always, this is your co-host, Mike Pullman. Mike? What the heck happened to Mike?
Duct tape? Are you serious? Really? Duct tape?
Mike!
I can't do it. We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Fuck it, we'll continue anyways.
Did you see that coming?
Anyways, this episode is called Aces and Eights, Run Rough Shot on Open Fight Night. And of course, the big talk. Oh, yeah, the epic freak out by Bill Maher. Thank you. I hate that guy. Oh no, Bill O'Reilly. I hate him too. Anyways, we have big news. Apparently, the big news was that Chavo Guerrero has signed with TNA. Hey, Kev, you want to come in for a minute? Because I need somebody to talk to.
Am I back?
Oh, you're back. Finally, Mike. Yay!
So how long before they find a midget to job Chavo out to for 6 months?
The midget? I don't know.
Maybe they'll dig up T.O.
No, maybe they'll find Puppet the Dwarf Killer.
The one that beat off in a trash can?
Yes, that one. Maybe they'll find him and Chavo will job to him 1,000 times.
No, well, who could he possibly have matches against?
Well, in Ring Ka King, he had matches with Sanjay Dutt. He had a tag team title feud. He was tag team champion with Bulldog Hart.
David Taylor?
David Hart Smith.
He's the Squire.
D.H. Smith.
Yes, him.
Yes, him, yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy, yeah. He had some decent matches. Yeah. He can have some good matches, although this should have been done a few months ago. Really, right now, not that big of a deal to me. I'm sure it's big a deal to other people, but
Oh my god, Chavo signed with TNA like 6 months too late, sorry.
Yeah, that would have been good a few months ago. But not now.
Next. Any other stories?
Oh yeah, DirecTV and Viacom. They're done. Apparently.
No! For people who have DirecTV.
So now you're not going to be able, for the foreseeable future, you're not kidding, Impact. And of course, last week's ratings showed that.
Because it was lower than normal.
Yeah, it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a lot of those DirecTV fans. And yeah, worst time for this shit, because shit's starting to work. The show's actually improved. The show's better than the other show.
Except for this week. I didn't like it this week.
It was okay. Anyways, get into this week's Impact. TNA has been once again keeping tabs on who won in those house shows.
James Storm has however many points.
At the live event in Memphis, Tennessee, Mr. Anderson pinned the Pope for 7 points, which gave Anderson 16 at the time. And James Storm pinned Magnus for 7 points, which gave Storm 43 points. Then on Explosion, Christopher Daniels pinned Magnus for 7 points. Which gave, So yeah, anyways, let's get to the show because there were some matches. Well, first, we started the thing off with a recap of everyone getting their ass kicked by aces and eights. Well,
Sting and Hogan.
Yeah, every old guy. And basically that Hogan's in back surgery. Getting back surgery, so he's out. Anyways, James Storm comes out and says he wants to fight the measuring stick of the company, and that's Kurt Angle. Storm waits while Kurt's music plays. This match never happens because aces and eights decide to beat up Kurt Angle.
Which kind of makes sense.
Oh, which means nobody gets any points.
So what?
Yeah. Samoa Joe then comes out afterwards.
And calls out the Pope.
Yeah, he calls out the Pope because he always hates him. He hates the guy.
Really?
And he's going to make him tap out. And he did.
With a weird-looking armbar.
Yeah. Joe wins. Joe is back at the leaderboard with 47 points.
And then we have Jeff Hardy. Do we have a backstage segment?
Let me check. Let's see what's next.
Was it Eric Young and ODB?
About his whereabouts last week. Said, he was, after talking to Hogan, they were wondering if he was a member of the freaking Ace and Eight.
Ace of Base.
With it. Oh, and by the way, that interviewer that keeps popping up that asks some questions, that's Jason Hervey. If you don't remember him...
Jesus. The guy from the Wonder Years?
That's him.
The older brother.
Yes, him. He's working at Impact. One of Eric Bischoff's lineage.
I don't know who I feel more sorry for in that.
Yeah. He says that he is there to deal with Austin Aries, and he still thinks his win is a fluke. He throws a water bottle, and he walks away. Then Jeff Hardy comes out, and he says he has somebody in mind to call out, but Robbie E. comes out and says...
Wearing a jacket that looks like it's tablecloth.
Yeah, really. Okay. Robbie E. and Robbie T., you gotta stop wearing that crap.
I've seen better shower curtains than that.
Even David Otunga's looking at you like, that's some horrible outfits, boys.
You're supposed to be tough guys from Jersey. Well, Robbie E. is at least.
Yeah, the other guy's British.
Because Becky Bayless couldn't take TNA anymore.
He's from Wales, actually. I don't know.
The other guy's only there because, they don't want to fire him.
Because they got to keep the muscle-bound idiot somewhere. And
just have him in catering for like 6 months.
Yeah. Anyways, Jeff Hardy fought Robbie E. And oh my God, Robbie E. wins.
This match was horrible.
Robbie, although by count out. But
yeah. Robbie E. actually wins a match.
Win. Why? Robbie E. is supposed to be the Joker. The guy who everyone beats up on.
Well. Robbie E. gets a win once every 6 months.
ODB is on her phone yelling at Eric Young about where he's been.
Who's behind her?
With the cell phone. And
you idiot.
He went to get some beers. Some guy's fan offered him a fishing show, so he went in the van.
What the hell?
Maybe they offer him candy now.
Apparently he has ADD and forgot the task that ODB sent him on.
Yeah. No. He then some guys offered him a fishing show if they get in their van.
Okay, then.
Great.
How can you fish in a van?
No, I wasn't thinking of fishing in a van. I'm talking about, vans. Stranger vans.
Strangers with candy.
Yeah. Might as well have said he got candy. Anyways, he kisses her and she tells him to go get her fear and chicken.
I don't know who's stupider in this relationship.
I don't know. Anyway,
I hope they never reproduce.
they recap the Clara Lynch stuff.
Ugh.
We have Aries and man who needs Alcoholic Anonymous, Christopher Daniels. Again.
I want to see them turn him into Barney Gumble.
I seriously am wondering if that's part of his contract that he has to have an Appletini at all times.
That's the only way they keep him around. You must have Appletinis in stock at all time.
And by the way, when we talked about this last week and Kev said some of the greatest drunk promos happened, we also forgot to mention that last year WWE held a wellness test for CM Punk because he was quote-unquote drunk on air.
Yeah, that was right after WrestleMania, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, why
No.
are you doing this for Daniels?
Because
he's
fuck if
drink-
I know.
Anyways, Daniel says he hopes this proves that AJ Styles is a dirtbag and the real father. Nothing you do is going to prove that one to some people. Kaz says AJ doesn't have any balls and that he's a great actor trying to be righteous. But he should come.
Didn't he say he was holding his balls or something?
He said he doesn't have balls.
No,
Yeah.
he said he hold your balls and, something like that.
Yeah.
Who wrote that line?
Anyways, Jeremy Borash is in the ring for this week's Gut Check Challenge. And Sam, who the hell is this Shaw, comes out and cuts a promo about wanting to be life.
And then Ace the Nates beats him up for no real reason.
Yeah, seriously.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We were just in the neighborhood. We haven't beaten up anybody in like an hour.
Yeah, not even an hour. 30 minutes. We haven't
Felt like an hour with this show, but anyway.
We haven't beaten anyone in 15 minutes.
They're not paying us enough to stand around.
Yeah. Shaw is in help to the back during break.
And he'll get his shot next week.
Yeah, next week. I still gotta figure out who the hell this guy is.
He was on Ring of Honor TV a few weeks ago. I know I saw him there.
I thought that was a different guy.
Nope, it was Sam. Oh, wait. Was it? No, it was him and QT somebody.
Anyways. Bound for some Glory series. Ken Anderson calls out AJ Styles.
This was an okay match.
Was okay. Ken Anderson wins, reverses, and hits his little spinny thing.
The mic check?
Oh, no, that was it. The mic check. Yeah, he finished him off with the mic check. No, actually, he didn't hit him with the mic check. He rolled him up. After
Which is kind of weird.
The Styles clash. Then Claire Lynch shows up.
Oh, God, more pictures.
We really need to get that sound of Krusty the Clown doing that.
Or should I show Bob before he walks into a rake?
Or yeah, that too. Get AJ to talk to her. Because AJ has ignored her, so she will do this right now. She then shows AJ all these photos with her sleeping with him that are clearly not photoshopped.
Doctored photos. It's like the Randy Savage Ric Flair WrestleMania 8 build-up.
They're not photoshopped. Anyways, Claire says they had a passionate night, and she throws the pictures at AJ and tells him to think about it before. So now we know why AJ says he doesn't know if he's the father, because he was fucking drunk.
Yeah. We need more Povich for this.
You're trying to help an addict?
Was he drinking one of Daniel's Appletinis that night?
You know what? That's probably what happened. Daniel one of those Appletinis. Him?
I was framed. You gotta believe me.
Anyways, we then had Rob Van Dam and Christopher Daniels.
Ugh.
I was actually thinking Rob Van Dam was going to win this match because Rob Van Dam doesn't lose to Christopher Daniels. He did this time.
I thought Daniels beat him at one of the pay-per-views last year.
No, Danielson beat him in a pay-per-view ever. He beat him in a tag match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Daniels gets away from him and rolls him up using the ropes to steal the win. So
Yeah.
Daniels, 7 points. Gets 7 points. He has 12 now.
Daniels wins for once.
They talk about Aries' comment about him being a fluke, and he says, Roode didn't talk much. He said, fluke. Yeah. He then actually agrees with him. He wasn't supposed to beat him because Roode isn't supposed to be champion. Roode fluked out against James Storm at Lockdown. So if you want to look at the definition of fluke, it's him. It's Roode. And he says from the beginning that anything Roode does, he will trump him. Aries says this title belt and cape are better. Yeah, he says my title belt trumps your belt buckle, and my cape trumps your robe.
Yes, the Rick Rude robe.
And he says he trumps those too. Yeah, so Aries pretty awesome. Then we get Brooke Hogan on the phone.
Oh, I skipped this.
Yeah, she's basically saying her father's in surgery and stuff. Moving on.
Which we already knew.
Yeah. Joseph Park is backstage talking to Garrett Bischoff.
Oh, those are two people I want to see in a segment.
Bischoff as a client, and then Garrett asks what happened to him last week with Bully Ray. Joseph said he came up short, but he finally stood up to him. But Garrett says he was talking about the look in his eyes when he saw blood and delivered a black hole slam. He asks,
"What are you talking about?"
Who that was. Joseph ignores him and said it was him. But he says Garrett took too many shots to the head and tells him to think about their earlier conversation. You know, I'm really starting to think they're doing they could have done the multiple personalities thing. I think they already blew it with their first where they showed up.
What about the dueling promo before Slammiversary?
What dueling promo before Slam?
Oh, the one with Abyss on the video thingy and Joseph Park in the ring. Didn't that happen?
That didn't prove anything. I meant the part where they were in the match, Joseph Park goes under the ring, and immediately Abyss comes out.
Oh, that. Is that a Slammiversary?
Can't tell me that Joseph Park changed clothes completely at that. Unless he has freaking Undertaker superpowers, which he hasn't had before.
He's Superman. He can change in a matter of seconds.
You kind of can't do that anymore. At this point, and besides, when that happened, Abyss was played by another guy.
Right.
Some indie worker. Anyway, we had another Bound for Glory series match the last of the night, so we didn't get Kurt Angle and James Storm ever.
Oh, we'll get it eventually.
Again.
Yeah.
Once again, Hogan probably delayed that one to give these guys room. So, we have a Bound for Glory series match between Magnus and Bully Ray.
Yeah.
This was pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Magnus hits his finisher, but gets a 2 count. Tries to go for an elbow drop, but Bully Ray moves out of the way and hit the Bubba Cutter to make the cover. So Bully Ray has 7 points. So, as it now stands,
Ray has 7 points.
Samoa Joe leads with 47 points. James Storm still has 43.
Yep.
Let's see. Jeff Hardy. Kurt Angle still has 27. Jeff Hardy still has 21. Mr. Anderson. Oh no, Mr. Anderson is ahead of Jeff Hardy now with 23, since he did beat AJ Styles. RVD, Magnus, and who also? No, just them. RVD and Magnus are tied with 14, since neither of them won. Oh no, they're behind now Christopher Daniels, who has 19. 19. Yeah, he has 19 because he got one at a house show. I forgot.
Over Magnus.
Yeah, he pinned Magnus. I forgot about it. So he is 19. He's in 6th place now. Well, no, actually, he's in 5th place. He's not ahead of Mr. Anderson. Pope, AJ Styles, and Bully Ray are second to last, and Robbie E, even though he won, is still last place. And there is a God in the world.
Somewhere.
Anyway, Robert Roode comes out, and he says, fluke, and then he's calling Austin Aries out, just like he promised. And Aries answers.
This one's pretty good.
Good match. Once again, these two deliver. What'd you think?
I thought it was good. I thought the ending with aces and eights was a little confusing, but it was good.
Aces and eights decided to interfere in this match.
They attack Aries.
Roode thinks they're helping him until they beat him up. So at the end of the show, aces and eights are standing tall.
And who are these guys? I'm sure we'll find out eventually.
Yeah, I know some people like this, but they ruined a match that could have been good, and they ruined a match that actually was good. They ruined the opener, they ruined the main event, they ruined the gut check. Really, this episode of
Overexposure.
Okay, because of that. Too much interference from the heels. I think it was way too much. I mean, you go from they're attacking Sting and Hogan to now we're attacking Kurt Angle, this Shaw fella.
And the two guys in the title match. Or is it non-title? But anyway.
Yeah, no, it was a non-title match.
It was a non-title match.
Yeah, because they got a title match at Hardcore Justice.
Right. I said it was a non-title match.
A non-title match.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they ruin these matches. And I know, and I'm sure the reveal of who they are is going to be disappointing.
It's going to be guys that we haven't seen in a while.
Or it's going to be guys we have never seen here.
Either way. It's going to be Hogan and Sting against these guys at Bound for Glory. I have a feeling.
Retire. You are getting another back surgery.
Hogan will never retire. He will die in the ring before he retires.
Wheelchair. And he'll still try to wrestle.
Hey, as long as he only has to go in 3 seconds, do a big boot and a leg drop, he's fine.
Do the leg drop anymore.
The big boot.
Leg drop anymore. His freaking hips are gone. He can't do the leg drop ever. In that whole Hulkamania tour, the finish was he hit somebody over the head with a megaphone. It was a finish for the chain. That was a finish for every match he had with Ric Flair.
Well, then again, it's a match with Ric Flair in this day and age, yeah.
He uses a foreign object.
Or maybe that's why they beat up Angle, so it'll be Sting and Angle versus those guys.
Yes. Angle, yeah.
Angle made sense. The beating up the gut check guy was inevitably going to jump anyway.
Beating up the guy who I've never heard of in my life. Who I was like,
This guy? He's got a lot of enthusiasm for someone who's either going to get beat up by these guys or he's going to job.
Ciara there. Insane.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
This guy.
Who's this guy?
Asking in the chat, who the hell is this jabroni?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Yeah. Anyways, is there anything else? I don't think. No, there's nothing else. Nothing else. Oh yeah, I forgot. TNA did sign Aries to a long-term deal.
Yay.
So Aries is going to be there for a while.
Yay.
Yay.
As long as they keep his momentum going after he loses the belt.
Yeah, as long as they do that. Anyways, sorry to all of you who could not watch this on Spike TV, because DirecTV and Viacom are a bunch of crying babies.
They're a bunch of assholes. Not Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, not Mr. Anderson, good assholes. Bad assholes.
Yes.
The one the fans always chant at WWE show. Yes. Anyways, you have anything to promote?
I have a whole shit ton of stuff, actually. There's a lot of stuff coming up. This Sunday, NCWE and IWE present a joint show as they try to put a headlock on Hunger, featuring a match that, well, the winner qualifies for the NCWE title 4-way, as it'll be former WCW star La Parka, not the real one, against the criminal Aiden Andrews. It'll also be a 4-way, as I just mentioned, where the winner of that will face Adam Ricker, Ben Durant, and who is the fourth? Crash Landing is the fourth. And it'll be Jivin' Jimmy and Tony Atlas taking on Sonny Roselli and Ryan Michaels. And then also in the end of an era, it'll be Scotty by God Vegas taking on Johnny Primer in a fans bring the weapons match, unless none of the fans actually pay to get in. And then on August 3rd, IWE back in Island Falls, actually debuting in Island Falls, featuring the debut of Ada Marie as she takes on another debut, Desiree Clash, in women's action. Plus, it will be a TV title match as Sonny Roselli battles Scotty by God Vegas, and the former tag team champions of Tenacious 2 will face the Canadian contingent of Ricky Williams and Big Gene Jarreau. And then August 4th, IWE back in Brewer for their show Cityside, which will feature a women's tag match as Mistress Belmont and the aforementioned Ada Marie battle the women's champion Naughty Adriana and Desiree Clash. I don't have the poster in front of me tonight. And then in the last match for Johnny Primer, he has announced his retirement due to knee injuries, and he will face the Concept, Johnny Miyagi, the man who he has never faced in IWE. And then also in the main event, it will be the Lethal Lottery, not the Lethal Lottery, the King of New England Battle Royal. And for the vacant IWE title after a controversial finish this past weekend in Brewer, the captain made the announcement that the title would now be held up, and the winner of the... Damn it, I keep calling it the Lethal Lottery. It's the King of New England Battle Royal. Will become the IWE champion. And the first man in is the man who actually won the title this past weekend, Big Gene Jarreau. And then on August 9th, NWA On Fire back in Thompson at the Fairgrounds for Fair Brawl 2012, featuring a 20-man battle royal where the winner will challenge NWA On Fire champion Brian Fury. This battle royal will include the Hoods, the Minutemen, Darius Carter, Ray Ray Mars, Sebastian Cruz, and a whole host of others. Also, on August 10th, NWA On Fire back in Springvale for Retribution, which will feature the main event of a 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match, as Brian Fury takes on Makua, plus a 3-team tag team match featuring the Hoods, the Minutemen, and a mystery tag team. August 11th, it will be Pro Wrestling Maine, presenting a show in Madison featuring Mr. USA Tony Atlas and high-flying Chris Hamrick. And then August 12th, it is the tribute to Robbie Ellis, the Super Juniors tournament. Each slot has been filled, including Julian Starr, Matt Taven, Cameron Matthews, Connor Murphy, Jason Rumble, Vinny Marzeglia, and Scott Reed, and ROH superstar Eddie Edwards and Chris Hamrick will also be in there, as well as Maxwell Chicago and many others.
All right, I actually forgot a few things, so I'm going to use my promo time for that. Sells that time for that. I forgot that Chavo Guerrero is going to debut next week. They did mention that.
Yeah, he'll probably face like Zema Ion or somebody.
Yeah, and then we have 2 upcoming Bound for Glory series shows in tomorrow at Aberdeen, Washington. There will be 2 matches at this house show. We will have Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Anderson, and Rob Van Dam versus Robbie E.
Yeah, Robbie E will probably win.
Then Saturday, July 21st, they'll be in Brooklyn
For Base Brawl.
Yeah, another Base Brawl. I think both of these are
I believe the show on Thursday night, the 20th or the 19th or whatever, is actually in Maryland.
I mean, the Friday one? Yeah, that Friday one. I said that Friday one was in Maryland.
You said Washington.
Oh, Aberdeen, Maryland. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm thinking Daniel Bryan here for some reason. Aberdeen, Maryland, I mean. Sorry.
You're okay.
It's Upper North Statesman.
Yep.
Anyways, Saturday, July 21st at Brooklyn, New York. For another Base Brawl, we will have Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles.
Ooh, that's actually pretty interesting.
And Mr. Anderson versus Robbie E.
And that's not.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Interesting. This could actually be good for Impact. And then a match that should be on a house show.
Yes, the match that should be your piss break on a house show.
Yes. Mr. Anderson versus...
Where's the nacho guy?
Yeah, whatever. He is.
We know who's winning this one. Let's go get some merchandise.
Also, I forgot to mention that on my website, Monster Crap, I did induct Evil Bong last weekend. Yes, that's a movie. So
that's a movie? That's a movie?
Bong is a movie, yes. A 2006.
Is that about an evil villain that gets high all the time and that's his evil power?
No, Evil Bong is about a bunch of stoners and one smart kid. Always got to have geek in there. Their Bong is evil. It's possessed.
Ooh.
Trickster life force. And basically get a bunch of cameos throughout most of it. It's okay, passable. But yeah, that's about it.
Yep. Thank you all for listening.
All right.
Good night, everybody.